All right, guys, what's going on? It's your boy Tyler Gates, aka TAG Loud 205. I just got done reacting to TJ Watt signing large contract, one of the largest in NFL history for a non-quarterback. It's the largest ABV ever, so go react to that. This video, I will be talking about Von Miller last night, breaking his own news, signing with the Washington Commanders. We still don't know what the numbers are, but we do know that it is a one-year deal per sources. Like I said, we're still awaiting all the full financial details. To break this down, I like this move for the Commanders. You want to talk about surefire Hall of Famer in Von Miller, somebody that's going to bring the intensity to your defense, a great mentor for your young guys, somebody that's going to bring that umph. It does not take away from Terry McLaurin and the contract negotiation rumors. Obviously, they still want to get a deal done with Terry McLaurin because what he means to that city and that organization. But it's a major veteran pickup for a defense that could definitely use it. Dan Quinn definitely had a lot to do with this. I know Jaden Daniels had a lot to do with this, but don't let that take away from what Deron Payne had to do with this as well, because he's a big part of that defense, if not the biggest part of what Washington brings, right? We know, obviously, their history of defenders with Montez Sweat and Chase Young not really working out the way they thought they were going to work out. Obviously, we know Chase Young bouncing around the league. Last played on the Saints last season, where he did fairly nice. You know, I mean, he didn't really do anything that spectacular. And Montez Sweat, who we know got traded to the Chicago Bears, I believe, for a couple of late round picks, has definitely worked out there in Chicago and signed a long-term deal. So after missing out basically the 2024 season, this is Miller's resurgence, I feel like. And you get him around a winning organization, not to say that the Bills were not a winning organization, but the amount of money that they paid him at the time, I believe it was 6 years, something around that, at $80-something million, I believe. That's a lot of money to ask of a guy that was aging. And of course, he did not produce and live up to that contract, but Von Miller is known for way more than just his money. I mean, we know what Von Miller can do. He's right up there with J.J. Watt as one of the most freakish athletes on the defensive side that we've ever seen, especially in this modern era. I don't think that the Commanders could not go to the Super Bowl this year. I think that firm Super Bowl contenders, especially with the young quarterback in Jaden Daniels, is only getting better. And to top it all off, you have your core players. Yes, that includes Terry McLaurin, who still has not signed. You still have guys that is going to make an immediate impact. Now, could this be Von Miller's final stop? Could this be like, hey, this is my last hurrah, let's go try to win a championship? I don't know. It could be, it could not be. I mean, once again, he is aging. He is definitely getting older, up there in age. He's, like I said, for sure fire Hall of Famer. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame. He has that gold jacket waiting on him. Can he still deliver the impact plays that he did when he was on the Broncos is the question. And yes, I think he still can. Look at what he did for the Rams in the half season and brought them to a championship. Look at what he did for the Buffalo Bills during that playoff run. I mean, he was not as instrumental as he should have been, but still the veteran leadership that he had, along with Deion Dawkins and those other guys on that side, not Deion Dawkins, excuse me, Ed Oliver and those guys on the side. You talk about a major presence still at his age in the NFC East with Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and Tony Pollard being gone. So you can't really chase anybody down. Ezekiel Elliott, I mean, is he going to come back on a little one-year deal? I mean, hey, he's still a free agent, still out there. There's rumors about him retiring. I don't know if those are true. You obviously have the Philadelphia Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions. Are they going to fall off a cliff? Or are they going to be a little bit stagnant? Or are they going to get even better from what they were? And I feel like they're going to get even better. Look at Quinion Mitchell on the defensive end. You got rid of C.J. Gardner-Johnson on that end as well. So you have different variables, and of course, not to mention the front seven. I mean, Jordan Davis. You have Jalen Carter there. You lost Josh Sweat, obviously. You lost all these other guys, but you filled in for them fairly nicely. Like I said, Milton Williams could have been a guy you could have brought back, but obviously we know what happened there. just taking it one day at a time is the advice I have for the Commanders and Von Miller. We're not going to go into this year with most expectations. I mean, obviously, he went to the NFC Championship game last year and could have went to the Super Bowl, so the expectations are high. They know that. I don't see how they can't make it to the Super Bowl this year. But Detroit's going to want revenge. Green Bay's in the picture. Minnesota might be somewhat in the playoff picture. I mean, they're not in the championship contending picture by any means. Chicago, they're not in the championship picture. They're just trying to get to the playoffs. So, and then for the NFC East, like I said, the Giants, trash. They're still going to be rebuilding, as the Cowboys are going to be retooling, as the Eagles are going to try to repeat, and then that leaves the Commanders. Right? Don't let it get to your head. That's my biggest thing for them. Of course, the Falcons, we know they're going to be competitive as well, but does that really block the Commanders' side? And I am a biased Falcons fan, as you guys know. The Commanders are a little bit better. They're not better than us on paper, but obviously they're better because of what happened last season. But I don't even think the Rams have a good chance to beat the Commanders if they go up against them. Yes, you got Puka Nacua, but let's just be completely honest. Now with Von Miller on this young defense, are you really that sure that a Matthew Stafford could get through? Are you really that sure that Sam Darnold with the Seahawks and that new nucleus over there, are you sure that he's going to be able to throw to Jackson Smith and Jigba and hand the ball off to Kenneth Murray a bunch of times? Or Kenneth Walker, excuse me. Do you think that the Cardinals are going to bounce back with Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr.? Do we think Brock Purdy's money is going to get in the way of him developing into a great quarterback? All of this has to go into, can they really stop the Commanders' defense? Now, I know they're not the best team in the NFC. That's still the Eagles and the Lions. But they're number 3 for sure. So the defense, terrific. Especially with the addition of Von Miller. It's terrific now. Not a final piece, but it's terrific. We're going to have to evaluate this more when the season starts and just to see. But for right now, it's a nice move by Washington.